Do you like sitting in here?
Yeah.
Are you going to come for a drive when we're done one day? Welcome back, everyone. Thank you guys for joining me again this week. And today, pretty exciting, we're going to be getting some seats mounted on my custom made brackets that allow for 3 different positions. So please stay tuned, watch through to the end. Fun little clip after the outro, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Also, if you have not already, please hit the subscribe button, and let's see if we can get some likes on this video. 50, 100, something cool like that. Normally I get 10 to 15. It's hard to get you guys engaged, so please let me know what you guys want to see. I'm working as fast as I can. I know my videos are a little bit longer, so I get roughly 40 hours of footage that I gotta cram into one of these episodes. So thank you guys that do watch all the way through, and next week we will be tackling the steering. Actually, I'm working on that right now. Alright, first I apologize for the sound of the heater, but it is winter and I'm in southern Alberta, so the heater's gonna be running all the time. Can't really do anything about it. So these are the parts I had cut out for the seat mounts. So I had 4 of these side posts made and 2 of these made up. And yeah, I know 1/4-inch aluminum is seriously overkill, but there is a method to my madness. I don't have these things yet, but if you've ever seen those spring pins with like a ring at the back, they thread into here and then you pull it and the pin will slide in and out. And that is what's going to allow me to pin and unpin these without having to unbolt the seat completely. So that's why I went really thick, is so that I can thread that big threaded thing into here, and then the pin will go into this piece. Now this is the front and this is the back. So the actual seat position, find the right hole. So the seat position is like this. Oh, no, that one. So you can see how much of an angle that is actually sitting on. And then if you pull, it'll be like a cable system pulling on the 2 pins at the back and another cable pulling on the 2 pins at the front. So if you pull the back one, it will go up and pin into this top one, which probably gains you almost 3-4 inches of or shrinks the leg room by about 3 or 4 inches. And then if you need even more leg, or if you need to reach the pedals even more, you can drop down the front from there. So there is 3 separate positions. But for now, I can bolt these together and then make the bracket, or make the cut the square tubing where these will actually bolt to. That's actually going to make it pretty difficult to mount. Should have saw that right away. By using the spring pins, you won't have a head of a bolt here, because this will be mounted flat against a 1-inch square tube. So for mock-up, I'll have to go to the second position. Alright, I just cut some tubing real quick and test fit it in the Jeep. And got everything lined up pretty much where it needs to be. Now we just gotta mark out some holes. Alright, when you're mounting something to a piece of square tubing and you want to drill right through it, definitely don't just put a bolt through it. You have to run some type of a sleeve so you don't squish the tubing. So this stuff happens to fit a 3/8 bolt very nicely. So we're going to go ahead and use some of that. But first we got to drill out our holes. You definitely got to sit in a seat once you mount it, so nice. As you can see, very leaned back. But it's really comfortable for where my feet actually sit on the ground. If I lean it more forward, all it really does is kind of lift your legs up. So you have all this space under your legs, which means you're kind of supporting your own weight a little more, which makes it a lot harder to drive. So right now, the way that it sits should be good for me. I might even have to tip that up, the back one up one. Gotta get some a flat piece under my feet so I can tell where they'll sit. See, right there, probably just enough room for pedals. And for me to be able to work them, I have to go really close to the motor with my firewall section there, which I already knew. But 3 pedals is definitely gonna be tight in here. So let's just see. Let's see what it looks like when I lift it up one. See, yeah, I'm already with my heels at the same spot, so still reaching the pedals in the same way. I I'm just holding my legs up. So somebody slightly smaller than me, that would be good. And then one click down in the front will bring your feet even closer. Like right here, I feel too high. I feel like when the windshield is there, I'm gonna be looking right at the bar. But for someone smaller than me, that should be good. So I'll keep it in the furthest back position. I can't go any further back than that, so. So just to give you guys some scale here, the table is ground level. This is 25.5 inches. Back of the seat is pretty much 26 inches off the ground. I think that's approaching some hypercar type heights. So I mean, it's low. Like my head is not. If I can somehow manage to do a level tape measure here. I don't know. Let's try to be generous too. 39 inches. Probably be going maybe 12 inches on the windshield. Possibly stretch that up to 14. I believe the original is like 25 or 26. I'd have to measure it to be sure. Oh geez. In behind the camera, it's significantly taller than that. It's like way up here. So if that's an original Jeep, yeah, you can imagine how low this thing is actually going to be riding. And shifter right here. The big issue is going to be getting this wheel this far away from the dash. And like I said in the last one, I'm probably gonna do one of those swivel, like the tilt out of the way units, but I don't want to tip the steering wheel out of the way right here because that doesn't really help me get out from underneath of it. I would rather tip it this way so the steering wheel faces there, then you can fully get in and out, no issues, it's not in the way at all. But I think this is gonna work for these seat mounts. I think I'll just leave both those bars in there. It's definitely not going to hurt. A little bit of extra structure. I mean, you're talking an extra pound, if that. Okay, so go on to the next one and rinse and repeat. Alright, as you guys can see, got the second one mounted. I ended up having to cut off the square tubes after the last thing that you guys saw. I forgot the tunnel is actually slightly over in order to allow enough room for the drive shaft. So I just had to cut those tacks off and move it over a little bit more. So yeah, there is less room for the passenger. Alright. I thought it was definitely going to be worth showing you guys. There we go. I thought it was definitely going to be worth showing you guys what I'm going to be dealing with as far as building my pedal box. So you can see this bar right now is pretty close to my foot depending on where your feet sit. So I'm going to move that one back as much as I can, really close to the engine. This one's got to stay right there. So my foot pedals, I can't do a floor mount. Hopefully you can see this. Because if you do a floor mount, your feet are raised up too high, which actually lifts the bottom of your legs off of the seat, which is extremely uncomfortable to actually do. So hanging pedals, I don't know if that's going to be an option yet. I might be playing with that idea, but I think if I did a floor mount, but they're on the other side of this main bar and pushing really far down on an angle, I think that might be my best solution. You can see how tight this is, you know, for 3 pedals. It seems a little tight. I have actually toyed with the idea of doing something like a hand clutch on the shifter. I've toyed with that as well. I still don't know what I want to do, but either way, first off, I got to get this bar moved, and hopefully I don't have to pull the engine out again because I just finished doing that. We'll see. So I'll get this one moved, and I might even move this one over a little bit. I like it being right on the node right there, but we'll see. Really moving that over is not going to gain me a whole lot of room. I'm just gonna have to go ahead and start building. In reality, I can't buy a pedal box to fit in here. I'm gonna cut everything off of it and really only use the pedals themselves, so there's no point in spending $800 on something like that. I'm quite certain that I can build my own for significantly less money. So that's the route we're gonna have to take. If you guys have any suggestions, please let me know. The big problem with where my feet are comfortable right now is kind of on an angle like that. So pushing down is really comfortable to actually move. One of the big issues with that is when the seat is changed so that your feet are more like this. For the shorter people, you know, if they gotta lift up the back and drop the front, your feet would naturally sit more like this. So stretching down to get the pedals might be less comfortable. But in reality, I'm building it for me. If it has to be changed, or if I have to somehow incorporate an adjustment in the pedal section, I can figure that out as I'm building it as well. So both of them are in and mounted now, and I can move on to the next project. Not entirely certain what that is yet, but we'll see you guys next week. Hey, come over here. I know you've both wanting to sit in there for a really long time. So stand right here. And you're gonna go all the way back there. Okay, wait. I'm gonna go sit in the other one. You gotta lean back. There you go. You won't see anything over here. Careful, there's some sharp stuff on there, okay?
I'm a bad guy. Ha ha ha!
You're the bad guy?
I'm a coaching!
Come get me. But I'm in the same car.
Cow.
We're in the same car, so aren't we both good guys then? Or both bad guys?
You bad guy. I'm bad guy.
We're both bad guys.
Ha ha! You get that how you gotta whoa! Ah ha ha!
You like sitting in here?
Yeah.
Are you gonna come for a drive when we're done one day? What, does that scare you?
Yeah.
I'll get the chair so it sits better for you though, okay?
That's a high.
Yeah, be careful.
No, high.
Yes.
Guy, what's it different? No, we got.
See like that?
I'm a cow.
Well, that's what I was showing you, buddy. I wanted you to sit in it.